Bitcoin at an all-time high, and pretty much no one is talking about it. But in honor of Bitcoin hitting 111,000, people will probably start taking some profits on Bitcoin, move it to altcoins. We're going to take a look at one of my favorite altcoins today, one that I think is pretty undervalued. If you're in the crypto realm, you've probably already heard of this one, or you use it yourself. But I do believe it's one that's super undervalued and could become huge in the next couple years if they play things right, is Aave. It is one of the biggest DeFi platforms out there, currently going for $257 at a $3.8 billion valuation. So when you compare that to a stock in the markets, it's a pretty small company still. It looks like year to date, it's down 20% from its peak, but from the April lows of the tariff drama, it went from 125, 100% up, $257. Not financial advice, but I do think this run is going to keep continuing, and we'll go through those reasons why in this video today. But yeah, just a quick rundown. Aave, it's the world's largest liquidity protocol. You could supply, borrow, swap, stake cryptocurrency tokens. But one of the cool things is they are starting to consistently generate revenue. One of the main ways Aave is generating the revenue is the interest rate spread with the borrowing and supplying of crypto assets. So lenders, which are the suppliers, deposit cryptocurrency and they earn interest on those assets. Borrowers are allowed to take out loans by putting up collateral, and they pay the interest while taking out that loan. Aave takes a cut of the interest paid by those borrowers, and currently, by the numbers, 38.69 billion net deposits supplied across 14 networks for Aave. So they are growing. They have version 4 coming soon, probably this summer. And also, why I'm so bullish on Aave is they have a new proposal that just passed, an Aave buyback allocation. So just like regular stocks, they are starting to use some of the revenue that the protocol generates to buy back their shares. So this program they are currently doing, targeting up to 1 million a week over a 6-month period to repurchase Aave shares in the open market. And if this goes well for Aave in the 6 months, they do talk about how there are going to be future buybacks. So some of the tokenomics for Aave, they have 16 million max supply of their tokens. That's why the price is so high, but the market cap's only at 4 billion. That's less than Bitcoin's supply. But I do believe the buybacks are going to be the main catalyst that causes this stock price to sort of move up more, because they do have a limited supply of shares. Less shares, more demand, stock price go up. But yeah, anyways, we'll take a look at some other metrics that are really important to a DeFi protocol and why this company is growing fast. So I got all my metrics from Token Terminal. Basically, I'm doing it the same way of how I research my companies, are my normal stocks. So let's just take my example right here. So we'll go to revenue. I'm doing the same thing as I do with stocks, where I take the quarterly data and we're going to compare the year-over-year growth. These are the main metrics that we're going to look at today. Total value locked, total revenue, active users on Aave, average revenue per user, their active loans, and the fees that they generate. Again, I just took them all from here. So if you guys go on Token Terminal, you could take a look at different DeFi protocols or different cryptocurrencies and see the trends of the growth. Again, I just exported all this data right here, you see, and I put it on this sheet right here, and take a look at these numbers, guys. These are insane. All right, total value locked. Why are we looking at that? So this is important because it shows the amount of crypto assets that are deposited into the Aave protocol. This is important because it does indicate user trust and how much capital is being actively used on their platform. All right, so latest quarter, we have March 2025. So let's pull it up on here too. So total value locked, here it is. All right, total value locked, 39 billion total. Let's take a look at all time, and then we're gonna switch it to quarterly. All right, look at that chart. And for that period, they posted 32 billion in total value locked versus quarter 1 of 2024, 12.9 billion. That is up 148%. Year over year in total value locked. These are some huge numbers. Take a look at the previous 2 quarters. 27.8 billion, 19 billion, up 230% and up 153% year over year consecutively. Pretty much for the whole past year, the total value locked has increased 100% year over year. Rising TVL over time, guys. Growing adoption and liquidity for the Aave protocol. And they have version 4 coming up. They're going to have way more features. Next one, total revenue. This is going to be an important one. Total revenue. Why are we looking at total revenue? This is another important one we like because it's going to pretty much show the fees that the protocol can generate and also how much money they could use to buy back their shares. For the past 3 years, since 2023, they were in the single digits. For the past 2 years, they are pretty much in the double digits. The protocol is sustainable now. So rising revenue supports long-term development of the protocol and token holder rewards. All right, latest quarter posting 27 million. The most recent one, Q1 of 2025, posting 27.65 million in revenue for Aave, 27.6 versus 12 million in 2024. That is up 130% year over year. Up 130% year over year for total revenue. Like, think about that. Just kind of compare that to a regular company in the stock market growing 100% year over year in total revenue. This is a growth company, guys. Take a look at their growth for 2024. From 2023 single digits to 2024 double digits, up over 300%, 500% year over year growth in total revenue for Aave. They are growing fast. So the price hasn't moved too much. So 2023, they were in the single digits in revenue, right? So 2023, they were in the single digits in revenue, right? And then 2024 is where you start seeing some huge growth in revenue. And you could kind of see the stock price right here on this part right here. They also started announcing that buyback, which is helping this thing go up. So next up, active users, 171,000 active users on the platform, up 98% year over year. Once again, the past 4 quarters, up over pretty much 100% year over year growth. These are some huge growth numbers for the protocol. So more people are using Aave. More people are hearing about Aave. When you think about it in sort of a tech company way, more users equals stronger network effects, more suppliers. If we go on their, again, when we go on their website, let's try to open the app. When we go to their markets, more suppliers of tokens, so they can add more tokens, means more people who want to borrow and collateralize their crypto assets, take out some loans, more revenue for the company. It sort of starts this flywheel effect. Next up, average revenue per user. So there's a slight decline this quarter. I'm not too sure why. From 2023 to 2024, pretty much average revenue per user has doubled over 100%. There's no earnings call or anything we could listen to on why there's an explanation of a drop in average revenue per user. But anyways, next up, active loans. All right, active loans. Pretty much when you open the app, people can collateralize their assets and they could borrow different cryptocurrencies. They could borrow USDC, collateralize their assets, and we'd like to see this go up. The average value of the outstanding borrows on Aave, Q1, 12.8 billion in active loans right now. 12.8 billion in active loans. That is up from 4.4 billion, up almost 200% year over year. Take a look at this growth, over 100% year over year growth on active loans. People are using the protocol, guys. People are taking out more loans, and they're collateralizing their crypto assets. Last but not least, we have our fees for the Aave protocol. Latest Q1, 183 million in fees. 183 million in fees. Wow. That is up from 81 million, up 125% year over year. Take a look at this growth, guys. 200%, 300%. These are some huge growth numbers. Like, just by looking at these numbers, guys, this is a tech company. Over 100%, 200% growth year over year. Just a little rundown on Aave. Really like this protocol. I use it myself, collateralize some of my crypto assets. But yeah, it works really well. If you haven't used this yet and you own, I don't know, any of these assets over here, just try it out. It works really well. Bitcoin, 111,000 still. Are we going to hit 112,000 Bitcoin by the end of this week? We just might. Take a look at Aave, guys. World's largest liquidity protocol where you could supply, borrow, swap, stake. So I saw this tweet from Stani. Aave 4 is coming, guys. Coming soon. By 2030, you should be able to collateralize any real estate on Aave, bringing up to 50 trillion market on chain. Imagine if you could collateralize your house or some of your real estate properties on Aave without the intermediary of a financial bank. What can this turn into? You know, like, think about that. Think about the long run, guys. Like, what can Aave become in the next 3 to 5 years? But imagine the future products that they're building for Aave, and they could put on the Aave platform, on chain, on Ethereum. These are just my thoughts, not financial advice. I think this is big. This is going to be big right here by 2030. So think long term, guys, 3 to 5 years. But I mean, come on, guys, $3.8 billion valuation when they have 38 billion in net deposits already across 14 networks. I think they have a great future ahead of them, but not financial advice. Let me know what you guys think. But if you like this video, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below if you guys have any other crypto assets that you're looking at that we could all look at. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Bitcoin 111,000, all-time high. Thanks for watching. We will see you on the next video. Peace.